King Charles just gave his speech, and he's talking about the service of Queen Elizabeth II. First of all, I do want to give from the human side condolences anytime one loses a family member. It's hurtful. We love our family. We love our relatives. We love people. So in the human side, we feel for the death of Queen Elizabeth II. Rest in peace. That said, the overarching coverage, the overarching accolades that we are given the monarchy and the pomp and circumstances, as I continuously say, it's unwarranted and undeserved. And to see grown folk act like this over a fairy tale, over a monarchy that has caused much disaster throughout different groups around the world, including in Ireland, its close neighbor. It drives one crazy. But anyhow, it's interesting because what really lit me up this morning is this type of response from grown men and the devaluing of the common man. Check this out.
It's just him. It's just him. Camilla, I can't see Camilla in these pictures. There's going to be so many things that we're going to be picking out. Another notable point when you're watching Charles and Camilla now, she's walking behind him. He's the sovereign. He's the monarch.
There is so much to that little segment there. She's walking behind him. You walk behind me. I am the sovereign. I am the monarch. What? How can you even say that and not feel diminished? How can you say that in the year 2022? And, I don't think anybody, first of all, when you hear folks talk about how great and nice a monarch is or how their life of service, they've got to. What else are they going to do? What's their other purpose in life? We've gotten over where we should be getting over the monarchy and working as democracies. It's about time, don't you think? And to think that just because you have a bloodline, that you are inherently supposed to rule others, that you continue to be the queen of the Commonwealth, independent countries, and they still have you symbolically as a queen. It's one of the most degrading things, especially from countries that one colonized, dominated, and hurt many people in those countries. I think it is sad. And you know what? This morning, one of my favorite writers, I subscribed to her writings, and I just felt a sense of peace in that I was not one of the few feeling this way, but somebody decided, let me just write about it. And Alison Gaines at Medium. Medium is a great place, folks. Please go to medium.com and support these different writers by just getting a little membership, and you'll see that you read unlimited great writers. But anyway, Alison says, why most Black people are refusing to mourn Queen Elizabeth II. It's time to decolonize the grieving process. And I love the way she starts. One thing has become painfully clear in the aftermath of Queen Elizabeth II's death is her legacy is complex. Yes, it is. While some will spend the next few weeks praising the longest serving British monarch's reign, Black people and other marginalized groups are having a different conversation about the harm of British colonialism. For instance, Irish Twitter reflected on the monarch's role in the Great Irish Famine. While Americans often hear about the famine as a natural phenomenon, Britain actually deprived Ireland of resources and systematically stripped the Irish of even the least semblance of basic human freedom. Some refer to their efforts as genocide. As Irish people expressed their discontent, they found a new friend in solidarity: Black Twitter. We often hear that Britain is known for a type of polite racism, but that's misleading. The British Empire's role overshadowed the participation of all other northern European powers in the transatlantic slave trade. And like America, Britain has never paid reparations to formerly enslaved people or their descendants. As a result, the legacy of the slave trade has helped to codify a racial hierarchy in the country. So, what does this have to do with the Queen? Well, for starters, the royal family has made its fortune from the slave trade. It started when Queen Elizabeth I allowed John Hopkins to kidnap slaves from Africa to sell to the Caribbean, making tremendous profits. Then the death of Queen Elizabeth II sparked renewed calls for reparations as King Charles became the new monarch. Read the entire article. It is solid. It follows the things like when England was an empire, stealing the treasures, the pharaohs, or treasures from all over, from Nigeria, etc., putting it in their museums, and now these folks want their stuff back, and too often they refuse. So let's be careful, let's be cognizant, let's be measured. But this saturation of adoration for the monarchy, for Queen Elizabeth II, for those of us who have lived under this empire, whether you be in the Caribbean, wherever you are, let's not give undue credit where it's not at all due. Let's go ahead and mourn the lady, the nominal Queen of England, and then to hell, get rid of it. No bloodline, because a bloodline should inherently have dominion over anything. We should be worth what we work for. We should be worth what we decided to adapt our intellect for. But to just have 24 coverage of a queen's death, and you ask, what's the purpose of the queen? Is she making lives better for anybody else? But you have coverage like this, a semblance of reality creeps into the minds of those who are looking at these channels as if this is how they are informed. Let's really be informed. They are proven they're poor informers. We spend a lot of time deconstructing the news, trying to parse it into a form that everybody can understand. We try to find those little nitpicks where it flies above the fray, etc. If you really like these videos that we do, I want to ask a big favor. Please go ahead. Number one, subscribe to our channel. And number two, please join if you can. Thank you so kindly for watching. Keep watching. Please remember to share. We must populate the entire internet with our progressive message, a message that we know is what most Americans say that they want. So help us, please join.